Welcome to Spectator Sport, sponsored by SpectatorSport.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adi Wally.
This is episode number 17. Make sure you go on the YouTube page and subscribe to that Spectator Sport. We got a big show for you guys today. We got our preview for NFL Week 1. Khalil Mack is a Chicago Bear. And we got the 141-pound champ, William Holcomb, in the building. Chicago's own, the Golden Glove. Well, let's get right into these picks for the week. We got the Jacksonville at the New York Giants. What's your thoughts on this game?
Well, yeah, the New York Giants, man, they get their guy back, man. They got a lot of stars. They got Odell Beckham Jr. He's my favorite for comeback player of the year. They got the offensive rookie of the year favorite, Saquon Barkley, on the team. All right, don't forget about Evan Ingram, the tight end, and first-round pick of 2017. He's a rising star in the league. But they got Jacksonville coming to town. They was number 2. That defense was number 2 in the NFL in takeaways, in sacks, and in points allowed per game. Okay. And now there's 2 guys on that defensive line, the sack masters, Yannick Ngakoue and Calais Campbell. They're fighting one another to see who's going to line up in front of the Giants' weakest link on the offensive line, Eric Flowers. Okay.
Yes.
I'm taking the Jaguars 19-10 in this game. And how many confidence points did I give the Jaguars? I gave them 4. 4 confidence points. 19-10 Jaguars over Giants. 4 confidence points.
You know the match I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Odell Beckham against Jalen Ramsey. That is prime time right there. You're talking the best cornerback in the league, pretty much against one of the top 3 receivers in football right now. I am looking forward to them because Jalen Ramsey don't want no help. He's going one-on-one with him, and I'm very interested to see how that's going to work out. I'm also interested to see Saquon Barkley. I want to see you want to kick off your NFL career. You go against the number 1 defense pretty much in NFL. So we're going to see what Saquon is made of right away in week 1.
Oh, yeah.
But with that being said, even though the game is in the middle, I think it's going to be a very close game. But I am going to pick the Jaguars as well. 17-14. I gave them 2 points. I think it's going to be a defensive battle, but I think Jacksonville will prevail.
Yeah. Don't forget about Leonard Fournette, man.
Yeah.
The Jaguars, they led the NFL in rushing last year as far as rushing yards. And the Giants struggled against the run last year. They switched into a 3-4 defense, so I'm going with the Jaguars all day.
Jaguars, no question. This is a potential game right here. Now, it's the first game of the season.
Right.
But you got the Texans at New England. Now, this could be a potential playoff matchup down the road. Potential. If Deshaun Watson is healthy. What's your thoughts on this game?
Well, this is a rematch of one of the best games of the year last season, week 3, when the rookie Deshaun Watson went to New England and had the Texans up 33-28 with just under 25 seconds to go.
But Tom Brady.
Tom terrific.
Yeah.
Threw a game-winning touchdown pass to wide receiver, the explosive wide receiver, Brandon Cooks, to win the game. And that's why I was surprised they traded the guy, Cooks, to the Rams for a first-round pick. So now the New England Patriots are going with a wide receiver by committee type of situation. But Deshaun Watson, in college, he showed what he was going to do when he had those big games against Alabama. He's doing the same thing in the NFL. Hopefully that ACL thing, hopefully he recovered from that.
Absolutely. I hope he's recovered because they got a lot of talent on that Houston Texans team. You got DeAndre Hopkins on one side, the All-Pro receiver, then you got the burner on the other side of Will Fuller. They got a good offensive line, and you got Deshaun Watson who can make anything, something little out of nothing. He can throw the ball on the run, he can sit in the pocket, he can simply do it all. And with him on that team, he just makes a big difference. But with that being said, they're going to New England. This is New England's first game, and New England went through a lot of off-season stuff. This was being said, is Tom Brady going to retire in the next couple years? They shouldn't have traded Jimmy Garoppolo. Tom Brady is going to light the Texans up. I know as good as their defense is, he's going to light their defense up. This is what it is. I got the Patriots 31-21.
Well, now check this out. The Houston Texans, they get their defensive player of the year back. 3-time defensive player of the year.
He hasn't played in 2 years now. Let's not forget.
I think he's going to be all right. And they have the potential to have 4 Pro Bowlers, all right? Whitney Merciless, the Honey Badger, Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
But, like you said, now, the New England Patriots, their defense has improved a lot. They boosted their D. They got the big, huge defensive lineman, Danny Shelton from the Cleveland Browns, to play nose tackle. And they get their guy, Dante Hightower, back into the fold. He was injured last year. I'm going with the New England Patriots, too. 31-27, and I gave them 15 confidence points.
Ooh, 15. I gave them 10. So that's what you 15. Because that go either way. Dallas Cowboys traveling to Carolina to play Cam Newton and company. What's your thoughts on this game?
Well, you know what? The Dallas Cowboys, I really like that defensive line with DeMarcus Lawrence. He was second in the NFL in sacks with 14.5. Now the Carolina Panthers, they keep getting hits on the offensive line. In the offseason, they lost their All-Pro guard, left guard, Andrew Norwell, to the Jaguars. Now they're starting left tackle, Matt Khalil. He's out. He has a knee injury. He will miss the first 8 weeks. So I know you're in a predicament here. Your favorite player in the NFL is Ezekiel Elliott, and you picked the Carolina Panthers to not only make it to the Super Bowl, but to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
I'm going Carolina. It's not because I picked them to go Super Bowl. I got to feel it. Their defense is going to overwhelm the Cowboys a little bit. I think Ezekiel Elliott is going to get his yards. He's going to do his thing. But I don't know. I got to see the Cowboys' weapons on the outside. They don't know Dez Bryant, no Jason Witten. And Carolina has a really, really good defense. You know, they led by one of the best middle linebackers in football, Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
No question. And then Cam Newton is another guy that's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He took a lot of heat last year. Even though they still went to the playoffs, he took a lot of heat last year. And I feel like he's ready to play. Greg Olsen is healthy. They got McCaffrey ready to go. I just like what Carolina's going this year. And when Cam Newton is playing at a high level, he's one of the most unstoppable players you will ever see.
Yeah, Cam Newton is cold. And also, you talk about that Carolina defense. They were 7th in the NFL in yards allowed per game, okay? So they definitely have a stout defense.
Yes.
But they're missing their Pro Bowl outside linebacker, Thomas Davis. And Ezekiel Elliott comes back. I'm predicting Ezekiel Elliott gets at least 150 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm taking the Cowboys, and what's the score? 20-13, and I'm giving the 21-20. I got the Cowboys 21-20, and I gave them 6 confidence points.
Well, I picked Carolina 31-20, and I gave them 8 confidence points. But I think it's going to be a good game. Ezekiel Elliott can still have them stats, but they still might lose.
Okay.
Now, we're picking all these games and giving our confidence points. Explain that real quick, what's going on.
Okay, what's going on is this. Now, the confidence points right here, okay, we picking our confidence points for every game. Now, whoever loses the confidence point competition, whoever loses has to go downtown somewhere in a crowded area with a big poster of a cute little cat, asking strangers, have you seen my cute little cat Fluffy? You have to do that for about an hour or two, okay, if you lose confidence points, all right? Now, as far as the picking against the spread, whoever has the worst record against the spread has to sing a song. So if you lose, you have to sing a song of my choice, karaoke somewhere, okay? I don't know what it's going to be, Ribbon in the Sky, something like that. Karaoke somewhere. You're going to have to do that. So we got 2 points, 2 picks going on, 2 bets going on, picking against the spread and the confidence points.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that. You're watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com. When we come back, there's a Mac in Chicago. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adewale.
Make sure you go to SpectatorSporting.com. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. We got previous shows, previous clips. Check out the website. My man has wrote some dope articles on there. You can disagree with them, agree with them. Go ahead and comment. Check it out. We got William Holcomb here, Golden Glove boxing champ, straight out of Chicago. Can't wait to get to that conversation. He's gonna give us some good knowledge. Let's talk about, but let's get into this right now. I mean, so Friday night, I'm out. My phone dies. My phone dead. I got no service. So I wake up in the morning. I haven't looked at my phone, and I see Khalil Mack to the Bears. I'm like, all right, stop playing with me. Who messing around? But it's true. Khalil Mack to the Bears for 2 first-rounders. And we got a second round pick, right?
Right, we flipped the in 2020. We get the Raiders second round pick, but the Raiders get our 3rd round pick.
What's your thoughts on this trade? 'Cause this was a big time trade the Bears made right here.
No doubt, man. Now look, this is what I do when I think about this trade. I think about the alternative. Let's say the Bears did not make this trade, okay? Now, the Bears went 5-11 last year. And we got a new offense with Matt Nagy from the Andy Reid coaching tree. And we had a top 10 defense. So most experts had the Bears. The consensus was that they was going to improve but not make the playoffs.
Yes.
So let's say 7-9, okay?
Yep.
7-9 gets you picking close to the middle of the first round in the draft. And too far away to pick someone, the edge rusher from Ohio State, Nick Bosa.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to get that guy, okay? Yeah. Now, everyone in Chicago knows, all the Bears fans and all the football heads knows that the only weakness on the Bears defense is to get an edge rusher to play on the opposite side of Leonard Floyd, okay? And the 2019 draft and the 2020 draft was not going to fill that void. I'm all in with this Khalil Mack trade. Get rid of them first-round picks. I'm tired of Shea McCullum and Kevin White. You can have it. Give me Khalil Mack right there on that edge.
I agree with you. Khalil Mack, this dude, talent-wise, he's the only player to be All-Pro in 2 different positions in the same season. He's also been Defensive Player of the Year, and he's double-digit sacks every year. See, the NFL it's tripping me out right now, because when you draft a player to be good. You want him to be good. Then you want him to be great. You want to rebuild him, build him up. Then Khalil Mack does all that. Not only he exceeds expectation. You expect to get paid, but now more and more you're seeing great players who just outperform their rookie contract getting traded because teams do not want to pay the guy. Thank you, John Gruden, for that.
Yeah, that was a great gift.
Absolutely. Right, thank you for that. I think what he's going to bring to the Bears, I look at the little things. You brought up the big picture thing, House. I look at the little things. If it's 3rd down and 6, one problem where the Bears did have problem on defense was getting off the field. Now you got, if it's 3rd and 5 and 36 and that quarterback drops back to pass, that clock in his head is speeding up because Khalil Mack is coming.
No doubt.
And you got to double team him. You cannot let him go one-on-one. He's going to destroy anybody in his way. And that just opens it up for Akeem Hicks, Leonard Floyd. Now we got to see how Roquan Smith is going to be because he's still a rookie, but he's very talented. I think he's going to be good. The Bears defense has got something going on here right now. And I'm not trying to be overexcited. I'm a cautious Bear fan, but I'm excited about this.
No, that's very realistic.
Yeah.
Very realistic to be excited. It's very fascinating what's going on. And you mentioned John Gruden and things like that. Now, the Raiders, they're paying Derek Carr and John Gruden $35 million a year.
Yes.
Okay? A couple years ago, they signed Bruce Irvin to a $37 million deal. Meanwhile, the 27-year-old, 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year, 36 sacks in the last 3 years, is looking around like, what about me? Reggie McKenzie, the general manager, and the owner, Mark Davis, they totally mismanaged their salary cap.
Yeah.
They totally mismanaged it, and that's why they had to trade Khalil Mack to the Bears. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Then to hear that John Gruden didn't even call him or anything while this was going on, while he was holding out, that's incredible. Because Khalil Mack don't come around but once in a while. They don't come around. I mean, you can argue he's top 5. I mean, you can Aaron Donald. Maybe a player here and there, but he's one of the best in the league, and he's got Hall of Fame written all over him, long as he stays healthy. So, that was a crazy one. But I'm happy to be a Bears fan because that's something. And I shout out to Ryan Pace. Look, we talk about Ryan Pace, and his record is not good. He's only 14-34, but he went after the quarterback. You know, he got backlash for going after Mitch. But look, he felt like that was the guy he needed to get this thing turned around. And then he went out and gave up 2 first-rounders to get an all-pro defensive end linebacker and Khalil Mack. So, listen, if anything, we cannot say he's not being aggressive. He is going after it.
Yeah, I can't hate on Ryan Pace at all, man. He goes all in. Yeah. He does it. He's not afraid about what anybody thinks. He's going to take a risk.
And that's how you win in professional sports. You have to be a risk taker. You can't just sit on your hands and knees and hopes it happens. It's not going to happen like that. So shout out to Ryan Pace. So we both agree that the Bears won this trade.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Bears won this trade. Now, the Raiders, they're hoping and praying that Mitch Trubisky is a bust. That's what they're doing. Because let me tell you something. If Mitch Trubisky, if he's good, them first-round picks they got from the Bears are going to be late first-round picks, like 27, 28. And so they pretty much hoping and praying that he's a bust. It's very hard to get edge rushers in the league. They should have worked something out. The Raiders should have worked out some deals. They signed Jordy Nelson. They re-signed him, Marshawn Lynch, so a couple of old guys. They should have saved.
They're the oldest team in the NFL right now. They're the oldest team.
Yeah, they really messed up with that. The Bears, and this past offseason, the Detroit edge rusher, Ziggy Ansah, he was a free agent, and the Cowboys edge rusher, DeMarcus Lawrence was free agents. But guess what? They was franchise tagged, okay? Edge rushers, they don't become available in the free agency. They don't become available in the draft unless you're picking real high, like Bradley Chubb. Remember, people was like, oh, the Bears might get Bradley Chubb, but they was picking number 8. Yeah. Okay, it's really hard to get in top of the draft to get guys like that. The Raiders lost this. It's going to be hard for them to... they got Arden Key there with the Raiders, but he has off the field issues. That's why he fell to the 3rd round. Okay, Bruce Irvin, he's 31 years old. So
don't not forget they gave up They released Martavis Bryant after trading for him for a 3rd round pick.
A 3rd round pick. They gave up a 3rd round pick for Martavis Bryant. So Oakland, do y'all really believe in his management to do something good with these 1st round picks?
John Gruden don't care. He got a 10-year, $100 million deal. He good. He there.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. So we both agree that the Bears won this trade. Now you picked them to go 6-10. Right before.
Right.
I picked them to go 7-9.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change now with Khalil Mack?
Absolutely, it changes. Now, the Bears, people talking about, you hearing whispers about the playoffs. Now, the Bears, before their Week 5 bye, they have a pretty easy schedule after Green Bay. Mm-hmm. They play at home against Seattle, who's a team that's kind of rebuilding. They lost Richard Sherman and Michael Bennett and all these players. Their offensive line is whack. They should win their game at home. Then they play the Arizona Cardinals. That's the last place team, okay, in the NFC West. Then they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. They should be 3-1 going into their Week 5 bye, because it gets really tough at the end of the season when they got to go at the Giants, okay? They got to play the Rams, they got to play the Patriots, and they got to go at Minnesota in December to end the season. Let me tell you, I said 6-10 before Khalil Mack. I'm going 8-8. I'm saying the Bears go 8-8.
I'm going 9-7. I think that'll be 2 more wins for them. I think Khalil Mack, the addition, give them 2 more wins, 9-7. They'll be fighting for the wild card, but I think they just miss it. But I'm gonna say 9-7. This team got some talent, and the NFC, the NFC is loaded. But that Khalil Mack closes the talent gap in the NFC. It's a different ball game for Matthew Stafford with Leonard Floyd and Khalil Mack coming after him. Even the great Aaron Rodgers. It's a different ball game.
Ain't too many bad teams in the NFC anymore.
The NFC is rough. Like I said before, that is the Western Conference, like the NBA, the Western Conference. The NFC is like the Western Conference in the NBA. It's stacked. It's loaded with talent. And in the NFC North, our division, it's going to be...
It's the best division in the NFL.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. I can't wait. It's going to be some hot... And speaking of not being able to wait, Sunday night, and what better way to introduce Khalil Mack than to go play Green Bay at Lambeau Field? What's your thoughts on this match?
Well, yeah, the Green Bay Packers, they have the 7th best odds to win the Super Bowl this season. Also, Aaron Rodgers has the best odds to be the MVP in the league, okay? The Bears, when Aaron Rodgers start and finish a game against the Bears in the last 15 tries, the Bears only won 1 time.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Against Aaron Rodgers. 1 out of 15, okay? But now we got Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
We got Khalil Mack. Mitch Trubisky got the new offensive Matt Nagy, so he's not going to fumble any more snaps, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, and then you got Cody Parkey, the kicker. He's going to make the field goals, right? So, everybody hopes is high. I'm pumped up and everything like that. But you know what? If the Bears go to Green Bay and beat the Packers in Green Bay, that means we need to be talking about winning some playoff games. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm picking the Packers 23-16, and I'm giving them 16 confidence points, the most confidence points you can give anybody, because it's too good to be true. The Bears win, the Bears beat the Packers in Green Bay Sunday night, man, ain't nobody going to work Monday. Forget about it.
Hey, listen. This is the one game where I looked at this Packers game. I'm not going to put too much into it because this is going to be Mac's first game. Remember, this guy's been holding out. He hasn't played no football in the last couple months. I know he's been working out and training and doing all that, but it's nothing like the real thing. And so I just feel like this is the game where Allen Robinson's going to be playing. He didn't really play that much in the preseason, so it's going to be...
Roquan Smith.
It's almost another preseason game, this one is. So, but I still think it's going to be a real competitive game, but I got the Packers, but I only gave them 4 points. I got the Packers winning 24-21. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's going to find a way to get it done. But we will see when they come to Chicago. It might be a whole different ball game when they come to Chicago. You are watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com. When we come back, we got William Holcomb to talk about his boxing finesse. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adi Waller.
This is episode number 17. Make sure you go on that SpectatorSport.com and subscribe to the page. We got previous shows. We're going to have this show up in a minute. We've been talking a lot of football, but it's a big fight coming up. But we got one of our own, Chi-Town's own 141-pound Golden Glove champ, Mr. William Holcomb. How you doing, man?
Feeling good, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
So boxing is a brutal sport. Boxing is something that you got to be built for. What got you into boxing?
I kind of fell in love with boxing probably my junior year of high school. I wasn't really a violent or aggressive type of kid, but I loved the finesse of it. There was something about it. When I saw I couldn't get hit, I watched the other fighters shrink, and I think I fell in love with that part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, and I see you won your last 4 fights by knockout, and in your last fight, you won in 30 seconds. Yeah. So do you consider yourself a brawler, slugfest type of fighter?
Oh, it's a tough one. I studied boxing, but I know in this realm, you got to box or you got to fight. So I try to perfect both. Me and my brother was talking, and he said he considers me a brawling boxer. So I think I like to move and bring the fight, but I know when to lay back as well.
Okay, okay. Now you say you study boxing and everything like that. So is there a boxer past or present that inspires you, that you really look up to?
There's so many. I honestly watch a lot of the greats. I look at film, from Sugar Ray Robinson to even guys outside my weight like Foreman and Frazier. And I try to take things from all of them. Honestly, I'm stealing from all of them and trying to break down pieces and orchestrate it myself.
Wow,
Nice.
Absolutely. Boxing it's something you got to be in tip-top condition for. When you go into, you can look at somebody having a street fight. I mean, you watch the fight, it'd be like 20 seconds. It was like
heavy breathing.
Hey, like you won, dog. I'm going home. So, how do you train for a 12-round bout? I don't know how many rounds you usually go.
In amateur, we're gonna do three rounds.
Okay.
But I try to train like I'm gonna go into a pro bout. I want to be ready for about 12 rounds. Hopefully, my opponent is as well.
Okay.
But going in, man, I try to put in road work. I think that's a hidden gem. A lot of guys skip that. You got to be able to jog. Got to be able to move outside of the bag work and the pad works I do with my trainer.
Okay.
Shout out to Marty at Simon's Park.
Absolutely. Is your diet different too and everything?
That's the hard part, man. I have to be honest. The boxing life, that is the hard part. I mean, I sacrifice a lot of meals at times, but I can't honestly say that my eating habits are the greatest. I'm still buying buckets of chicken, but I know I got to put in the extra work. So I know when I do that, I'm sacrificing something myself, and that's the extra time I put in the gym.
Absolutely. That's good to hear. It's a big fight coming up. I just want as a boxer, pretty soon it seems like you're going to be there shortly, not too long. But you got Triple G versus Canelo Part 2. First of all, who won the first one?
Triple G. In my opinion, Triple G won the first by 1 or 2 rounds. It was close, but
I called it a draw. But you said you get Triple G. Yeah, I can understand that.
I agree with the man.
Vocally, I called it a draw before the fight.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it happened, but Triple G. Triple G took that, in my opinion.
So now Part 2. It got delayed a little bit because of the whole steroid or whatever. We don't know what's true, whatever. It's the beef, right? The crazy beef.
Right.
What do you think is going to happen in the second bout this time around?
The second one, I hate to say it because I'm going to go against my pick. I really like Triple G, but I personally think Canelo's the better boxer. But again, in our previous conversation, Triple G is the better brawler. And he comes with a jab. But I think if Canelo rewinds back to his experience in the first fight, I think his boxing, because he boxed really well, he just didn't do it enough. I think his boxing will take over and he knows to push it up another notch. I think if he boxes, Canelo can win that.
Okay.
I'm rooting for Triple G. Let me throw that out there.
Right.
Canelo surprised me in fight 1.
Yeah. Triple G should have won that fight. You hope he can just redeem himself and get that win. I feel you. I'm with you on that one. But now your next fight against Christian Carrillo, okay? You fight this guy. Now that's your next fight. When and where is that fight?
That fight will be my next fight in Chicago. It'll be through Harv Wars Bangers.
Okay.
It'll be on Sir Mac and True. We're shooting for November. So I'm trying to let all my people know in the city. They've been asking me why I don't tell them about the fights. We're doing this one in Chicago. I want to bring everybody out and showcase my talent.
Absolutely. Any thoughts on your opponent?
The guy has a lot of heart, but I'm coming with a lot of hands. So I don't know.
Alright, well y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Go to Hardware Bangers, check this brother fight, man. He's already been the Golden Glove champ. You can look at him right now, he's in great shape. And the man's gonna put on the show, so make sure y'all go check him out. You're watching Spectator Sport on SpectatorSporting.com. Welcome back to Spectator Sport, sponsored by SpectatorSport.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adewale.
Make sure you go to SpectatorSport.com and subscribe to that YouTube page. We got plenty of videos on there, clips, full shows. This show will be on there very, very soon. And my man has written some dope articles on SpectatorSport.com. Check it out. I want to give a shout out to William Holcomb, the 141-pound champ we just did an interview with. That was a dope interview. Make sure y'all go check out his next fight at Hard War Bangers Gym. It's going to be cracking. It's going to be in November. The man is ready to go. We've been talking. Let's get back to football.
Yeah.
Back to football. We talked about some matchups, some primetime matchups. But we didn't talk about every matchup. What's a matchup out there that you like, could be interesting?
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to LA playing the Chargers. That's going to be a big game right there in the AFC West. Okay, I'm looking at this guy, Patrick Mahomes, the young gunslinger. He's surrounded with a lot of great weapons. He got Tyreek Hill, probably the most exciting player in the NFL. You have Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end. Who else you got? The leading rusher from last year as a rookie, Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
He led the league in rushing as a rookie, and they signed Sammy Watkins, wide receiver from the Rams. They have a lot of weapons, okay? But Andy Reid, he shouldn't get cute, all right? Now you got Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. The way to contain them guys is to go ahead and keep it simple. Feed Kareem Hunt. Feed that guy the ball, because the Chargers, they was the worst team in the NFL last year in yards allowed per carry, okay? They just care about sacks and doing sack dances and things like that. Just run the ball, keep it simple. Now, on the flip side, Phillip Rivers in that passing offense, they led the NFL in passing yards last year, and also the Chiefs defense struggled a lot. They lost Eric Berry, their leader on defense. He tore his Achilles tendon.
That was a game changer for them. I mean, they still made the playoffs last year, but that was a big time injury last year for them.
Yeah, their defense fell off hard. They allowed the most first downs. Their defense allowed the most first downs in the NFL last year. I'm expecting a high scoring game. I'm taking the Chargers 41-30. And how many confidence points did I give the Chargers? I gave them 8. I gave the Chargers 8 confidence points. I got them winning 41-30.
I got the Chargers winning 27-17. I gave them 7 points but I don't think it's going to be the high scoring, because once again, I know they got the weapons around them, but this is still Patrick Mahomes' first NFL game.
True. Regular
season. True. This finna get real. It's about to get real. So I got to see him in live action.
Right.
We seen him in the preseason. That bomb he threw was magnificent, but it's about to get real week 1. You know, with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram coming the whole entire game, that's a whole different story. So we're going to see about that, but it's going to be a good game. But I got the Chargers as well. The matchup I'm looking at is San Francisco and the Vikings. Now, last year, Jimmy Garoppolo was he 7-0, 5-0?
Well, last year he was 5-0.
5-0.
He's 7-0 for his career.
For 7-0, but he was 5-0. He won his last 5 games. So the hype train is on Jimmy G. The hype train is on. I mean, you got him saying there's an outside MVP candidate, but they had the big loss in McKinney.
Jerry McKinney,
yeah, big loss right there. That was a huge loss, because he's a guy in Shanahan's offense. You know, Shanahan loves to get the running backs involved in the passing game, and he was really good at that with the Vikings. That's going to be a loss for them. But Jimmy, I'm a little nervous about his weapons on the outside. Yeah. And now Jimmy G is finna to get a real test. He got the Minnesota Vikings coming with that harder defense. They got killers everywhere.
Anderson Griffin, Harrison Smith, name them all. Xavier Rose.
So we're finna see what's up with Jimmy G. I mean, they got tape on him now. And I'm not saying Jimmy G's not good, because he definitely has talent. There's no question about it. And I like his cool, calm demeanor. But you got tape on the guy now. So we really finna see what he's made of in this game. So I think the Vikings is gonna win this game. I gave him 12 points, 28-17.
Right.
I feel like, the Vikings gonna run the ball. I think Dalvin Cook is going to have a good game. And I think their defense, once the second half comes around, they're going to start taking over, and they're going to start teeing off on
Yeah, when I heard that Jared McKinnon news, that's the worst news they could have got. Yeah. I was kind of thinking about picking San Francisco, but they lose and they started running back. So I'm picking the Vikings too, 24-14, and I gave them 14 confidence points.
Absolutely. So we did all the picks. I'm looking at your picks right now.
Right.
I'm looking at them, and you're picking the Colts over the Bengals?
Yeah, I was going back and forth with that. I only gave the Colts 1 point, 1 confidence point. Okay, I got the Colts winning 20-14. It's Andrew Luck's first game back in 2 years. They're at home. I think he could just be inspired. T.Y. Hilton, I see him doing this little T.Y. thing in the end zone. And the Bengals, they're kind of, they disappointed me a lot. I lost a lot of money on the Bengals last year.
No, that's the main reason.
Yeah. No doubt. So
I'm definitely an Andrew Luck fan, and I hope he comes back to be what he was, because he was one of my favorite quarterbacks before he got hit with that injury bug really bad. So I hope he comes back, but I just think his first game back, I feel like the Bengals got a lot more talent than the Colts just have overall on both sides of the football.
Yeah.
They just have more talent. I'm not a big fan of Andy Dalton. I think he's just a average quarterback. He's not that good, but he does have A.J. Green on his team. And then they got Geno Atkinson playing on defense who can make havoc. He is a great player right there. So I got the Bengals, but I didn't give them that many points.
Yeah, I think you only gave the Bengals 6 points.
Yeah, I gave them 6 points, and I picked the score 2017. But so that was
I see. I see you went ahead and you picked the Redskins, right?
Yeah.
And you gave them 11 confidence points. I got the Arizona. What's going on? I got the Cardinals. You picked the Redskins. What's going on with the Redskins?
Arizona offense. Now, one thing that you got to take into account that I got to consider is Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson is back. Last year he was hurt. He's back. So we got to see how he is. But I just, Larry Fitzgerald's a great, Hall of Fame first ballot. But he's a lot older now. He's got a lot of miles on those tires. And I just feel like Alex Smith with the Redskins. I feel like they're gonna win this game. I think it's not gonna be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. But I did give him 11 points because I don't see the weapons. I don't see enough weapons on the and I don't like Arizona's defense either. And Patterson has really slipped the last couple of years. Patrick Peterson has really slipped the last couple seasons.
Yeah,
he's not been that good. That's a story that's not been talked about enough. For a moment he was up there with the Richard Shermans and everything. Since he got that contract, he's not been that great.
A little overrated.
Yeah, and then they lost to Honey Badger.
Right.
That was a big loss right there.
Badger,
They lost, and Alex Smith is a winner. He is a regular season winner. Let me say that. He's a regular season winner.
Right.
And he knows how to win games. He knows how to run the huddle. He's a leader. So I got the Redskins winning that game.
Yeah. Now we both picked the Seahawks to go to Mile High Stadium and beat the Denver Broncos. I picked them because just the Russell Wilson factor, man. And I like Bobby Wagner, their middle linebacker, too.
Yeah.
He's still there.
Earl Thomas decided to come back.
He decided to come back.
So he'll be back.
Yeah, and it's just because, I picked the Seahawks, I got them winning 20-13. I gave them only 2 confidence points. You only gave them 1 confidence point.
And my score is 17-13.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close one. That was kind of me going out on a limb and picking Seattle. It's just that this guy, Russell Wilson, man, he's the MVP candidate. People kind of lose sight of that and just talk about Aaron Rodgers and talk about Tom Brady and all these other guys and Drew Brees, but sometimes they don't mention Russell Wilson. I think this guy can go up there and win in Mile High.
He definitely can. And I just look at Denver's offense the last couple. Even the last year when Peyton Manning was there, when they won the Super Bowl, their offense was atrocious. I don't even know if Peyton Manning threw 50 yards in that game.
Yeah.
And against Carolina, they just happened that Von Miller just wrecked the whole Super Bowl. That's just what happened. So their defense is top notch. There's no question about it. I just don't know if they haven't been able to score. They have not been able to score any points the last couple seasons.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared. They got rid of Trevor Siemian, and now they got Case Keenum now.
And Case Keenum did have a good year in Minnesota last year. He took them to an NFC Championship game. You got to give him credit for that.
Right.
But this is a different system. And I got to see it. For Case Keenum, I got to see it 2 years in a row. It's a reason why he's a journeyman.
Yeah.
It's a reason why. So maybe he shut all of us up.
He might. That's why I only gave the Seahawks only 1 point. It's going to be a close game.
And the Seahawks, one thing they got going, they don't have no offensive line.
And
they're going against Von Miller and
Bradley Chubb.
And that's going to be a match.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's going to be running for his life a lot of
He can do it, though. He can get away from them guys.
All it takes is 2 plays. If he get 2 plays in the game, they'll win the game. That's all he really needs. 2 big plays, and they will win the game.
Yeah.
That is a fact. So you've been watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com. We want to thank Mr. William Holcomb for coming to the show. Make sure you go to SpectatorSporting.com and subscribe on the YouTube page. We'll be back for the week 2 preview. We got more shows coming. Until then,